Hi, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Pablo Langaine, and we're going to talk about music, creativity, composition, orchestration, guitar performance, and all things music. Welcome. Okay, in this video, I'm going to talk about how I rescored a scene from The Dark Knight by using different elements of guitar performance, jazz harmony, and orchestration. So first I picked a key and I just decided to do it in F minor. I thought about the Batman theme and its Aeolian motif, the first theme from Tim Burton's first movie, Batman, by Danny Elfman. And I remember the melody. Right? It has that little motif. So I figured I'm going to play something in F minor Aeolian. And I started just, messing around. Ooh, so I came up with this. So F minor, D flat major 7, A flat major 7, or major 6 rather, and B flat 5. That was my sequence. Those were my chords, and I almost felt like I was playing Nevermind from Nirvana. Right? It's that sequence, but inverted a little bit. So D flat, A flat, B flat, F. So then I thought, okay, I need something for the intro. So I'm going to think about the dominant of F minor, which is C7. And as I'm thinking about the Joker, I'm trying to come up with a sound that feels a little bit that comes out of a circus or something like that. So I thought about the tritone substitution of C7 and F sharp 7. Right? It sounds really it evokes a little bit of a circus sort of like sound. And then I thought about this really awesome lick, this jazz guitar phrase that I saw some players perform, like Kurt Rosenwinkel or other players. And it's basically a tritone substitution from C7 to F sharp 7. Right? So like the dominant triad, and then through the 6th to the 5th, and then a tritone substitution, a raised fourth above, and then again, and then again. Right, so the whole phrase. So after that, I tried to put that into the string section that I recorded with, just to see how it feels. Basically, dividing the section in between violins, dividing the phrase really into different violins, and I came up with this. So another moment of the piece has subdivision of the scale into 3 equal parts, so really through major thirds. So I'm thinking F minor and the D flat, right? Which is F and D flat have a major third of distance. And then another major third in between those two is A. So I played full orchestra sound as a form of dividing the scale and announcing another situation in the score. And later, I decided to do the same with this chord, D flat major 7 sharp 5 with C on the bass. So I know this is a lot of information, but hear me out. It's the same subdivision that I was mentioning before. F, D flat, and A. But now with C on the bass for the D flat, which creates this sort of dominant chord. It's a C flat 9, 11, 13, right? And then I did the same thing major third below, and then another major third below. So the whole sequence, it's a melody that goes like this, right? So dominant, root, flat 9, major third, flat 9, tonic, 6th, 11, flat 9. Same thing, major third below. Same thing, another major third below. And another major third below. So there is an equal subdivision of the scale. And this phrase is very cyclical. It makes you feel like something is coming to an end, really. And that was part of what I did in the score. Right? That is played also by the strings and basically the full orchestra. And I think it works really well. So now let's move on to my DAW, so that we can see the scene and we can analyze what has been happening with all these music elements that I created first on the guitar. So let's just check out the movie and see how it works with the score. Okay, so now I'm on my DAW and we're gonna do a little bit of a screen recording so that we can see what's going on in here. I'm gonna show you the score, and I'm gonna show you the film with the score, with a mixed score there, and then also I'm gonna show you the session so that you can see what happens in there. So now we're gonna play it. Now I'm gonna play it. We're just gonna listen to the music and we're gonna see the different parts of the recording, all the stems that I have here. I have lead trumpet, I have a note performer, which is the sound of Sibelius. Really, it's just a printed alternative library sound. Then I have lead strings, I have more strings, keys and harp, synths. I have winds, reeds, orchestra, brass, guitars, bass, timpani, drums, and sound effects. So now let's play it with all these parts open, so you see more or less what's happening. Great, awesome. So now you have an idea of how I more or less incorporated the guitar phrase, but now we're gonna see it really clear, or the guitar phrases rather. Now we're gonna see it on the score. So here in the score you can see actually the phrase. I'm gonna go back to the direct sound from the Mac speakers so you can hear this little phrase. Right, that's a phrase, the dominant 7 chord, C, E, G, B flat, A, G, and then I divided the phrase so that the other violin comes up and plays the same phrase at triton up. So root 3, 5, 7, 6, 5, and then the next violin, and then the next violin, right? So this would sound like this. We have the bars of rest. Here we go. And then we start with the chords, and I decided to I came up with this rhythm that has a little bit of a Turkish influenced clave, if you will. It's 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. So it's really like 6/4, but with this internal clave. So it's like 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 2 3 4 5 6. Really, so it has that little clave in there. So it's another very rhythmical movement that I really felt it worked well with the scene. So let's keep playing, and we're gonna hear now the melody of the trumpet, and we're gonna stop at this next point. 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3. That phrase, or that little musical inflection of 4 bars in 4/4 that we're pointing out here, it's basically a tutti of F, D flat, and A. And as I mentioned before, that's how you split the scale in equal major thirds in 3 equal parts. So since we were already playing F and D flat as part of the F Aeolian, I thought about another way in which we could divide in equal thirds, and that the last missing part of this puzzle was A. And then we're using that later in another guitar phrase that I already expressed. We're using that in another guitar phrase that I explained earlier. So we're gonna continue and then we'll stop there. So here I decided to divide, instead of just playing the clave and the notes as an ostinato, I really wanted to have a little bit of a movement and go to really high notes, sort of emulating the all the braking and the turns that the car from Batman is doing during the scene. And I think it works really well. It's just a subdivision of the chord. So now we're gonna go back to the situation of the dominant chord and the phrase with tritone substitution. But now I changed an orchestration. In order to orchestrate it differently, I changed from violin 2 to violin 1, and then sort of inverted the phrase. So they're playing the same thing, but then they're playing different moments, right? So again, the phrase. Tritone substitution. And then what happens next, it's the long phrase that I did on the guitar, which is basically a D flat major 7 sharp 5 with C on the bass, which really creates more like a C flat 9 natural 13 dominant chord type, and the phrase goes like this. So same phrase, now a major third below, which is an A. Now an F. And then back in D flat. Right? So let's listen to that section. So in the next part, I just decided to, I needed like a faster way to arrive, let's say, to that cue, to that moment at the scene. So I decided to, instead of using 8 notes, I used triplets, and it's just basically the triads. C major, F sharp, and so on and so forth. So let's listen to that. Until the end, right? And then on this cue, on this score, I actually, moving away from the version that you already heard on my DAW, I have a longer rest, like a 6/4 bar, because it worked better with the scene, just to add that quiet moment, that silent moment when the track drops, and then continue with the ending of the phrase, the ending of the cue. So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions and you would like to be in touch with me, drop a comment below, and we can talk about more ways in which you can use advanced skills of harmonization and orchestration in order to get like better results in your scores. Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Ciao.